What happened if an ancient woman couldn't push during childbirth? No C-sections, no forceps, no epidurals, just hours of exhausting pain, with a baby that still wouldn't come. What did ancient midwives do when a mother became too weak to push? Could they actually save her? Or were both mother and baby doomed? What happened next became one of the greatest challenges of childbirth in the ancient world. The struggle often began after many hours of labor. A woman had already endured wave after wave of painful contractions, but when the time came to push, sometimes her body simply couldn't. Was that the end? Not always. Ancient midwives believed a mother's position could make all the difference. Instead of lying flat, many women gave birth while squatting, kneeling, or sitting on special birth stools. Why? Because gravity could help the baby move downward. But what if changing position still wasn't enough? Sometimes nothing changed. The baby still wouldn't move. Every new contraction drained the mother's strength a little more. What frightened experienced midwives most wasn't the pain. It was when labor simply stopped making progress. What if the baby remained trapped hour after hour? Every passing minute increased the danger. Some midwives encouraged the mother to squat again. Others helped her kneel, lean forward, or grip a sturdy support while pushing. They hoped gravity might help the baby move lower. Did that always work? Unfortunately, no. Sometimes the baby's shoulder became stuck. Sometimes its head simply couldn't pass through the mother's pelvis. Without surgery, there was almost nothing anyone could do. What happened when the mother became too exhausted to push anymore? The room often fell silent. Family members watched helplessly. The midwife could only encourage the mother to breathe, rest between contractions, and gather enough strength for one final effort. But every minute the baby remained trapped, the danger grew greater for both mother and child. How could anyone even tell when the situation had become truly life-threatening? Experienced midwives watched carefully. How long had labor lasted? Had the mother's strength nearly disappeared? Was the baby still showing signs of life? Those small clues became the only guide they had. Did ancient doctors ever write about moments like this? Surprisingly, yes. The Greek physician Soranus described how skilled midwives should remain calm, change the mother's position when necessary, and avoid using unnecessary force that could injure both mother and baby. But reading those words was one thing. Living through that terrifying night with a mother losing strength and a baby still trapped was something else entirely. Not every family even had someone this experienced beside them. Many women gave birth far from trained midwives. Some relied only on older female relatives who passed down knowledge from one generation to the next. What kept mothers fighting through such terrifying hours? Hope. Family members prayed, offered water, whispered words of encouragement, and refused to leave her side. Sometimes that emotional support was the only strength she had left. Could hope alone save a difficult birth? No. Some complications were simply beyond what ancient medicine could treat. Without modern surgery, some mothers and some babies never survived. So when did childbirth become much safer? Only after major medical advances. Cesarean sections became far safer. Doctors learned how to prevent infection. Blood transfusions became possible. Modern hospitals gave mothers help that ancient families could never imagine. Does that mean ancient midwives knew nothing? Not at all. Helping mothers change position, allowing rest between contractions, providing constant support, keeping the mother as calm as possible. These ideas are still recognized as important parts of childbirth today. They had no scans, no operating rooms, no emergency surgery, and no way to see what was happening inside the womb. Yet, through generations of observation, they discovered simple methods that sometimes meant the difference between life and death. The next time you hear about a long and difficult labor, remember, for thousands of years, women faced that same terrifying battle, armed with little more than experienced hands, endless determination, and the hope that one final push would bring new life into the world. And this was only one of history's forgotten struggles.